Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft with me, Mr. Fox. Today, we're doing something different. We're shaking the system up. We're doing something different. We're like, what? We're building a game. So, what game is this? This is going to be... Oh, Jesus. So, what are we building today? Let me show you. You see that right there? That right there is hopefully gonna be one solo game that I will enjoy. Now, when I say the one solo game that I will enjoy, yeah, I like zombies. You know, it's a quickie, right? But it's nice. Dig it? Yeah, I'm into that too, right? But this is gonna be the solo game. I've been holding off on this for a while. I was just hanging out with the G-Man, Mr. Glitch. Right, don't worry, he's still around. He's still just doing stuff. So, we're excited for this. I have a plan. I've drawn out plan for this. I don't know if I'm gonna show you. You probably just got to join me on that. That makes sense. Yeah, it turns out if you hit any button, you're kind of just done for. So, what is the Glizzering maze? Well, we'll have to change the title. I mean, it technically is a maze because you don't technically know where you're going. So we're gonna work on that fact. Are we in horror? This is PvP, we need to go to horror. I know you won't see where the games are, it's just that I technically like to put them in the right category anyway. So, yeah. So basically, what the game is, you're gonna start in a nice little house, and that's gonna be, you know, where you can get your basic stuff. But you're gonna start in the house, and it's basically gonna be a deck building game, where basically whoever has the most of like one item from one category is basically the best, and whoever has the rarest item is also the best, which we'll have to try and make some rare, basically. Oh yeah, they will have that. So basically, this is still slightly inspired by Tango Tech's Decked Out. But the only difference with this one and the last one that I made is, one, it's not going to be about 3 blocks wide, it's not going to be teeny tiny, and it's not going to have Ravagers. Instead, each section is going to pose a different threat. So you're going to have some skeletons, you're going to have some pillagers, and you're going to have some zombies. So it's going to be a threat. But it's also going to be very exciting for anyone who, I don't know, is the one on the server and building a giant project and sometimes just wants to not do that, and yeah. So, if I may do this, alright, all we're gonna do is come out to here, set block this, diamond. So this is where the house is gonna be. Because there are certain things that I want to just be free. Right, because if you're going out there empty-handed, then obviously death is upon you. So shield, arm, wood armor. Okay. So I had my little bit of a dinner. Alright, I chilled out. Now, one of the things that I want to decide is if you'll get these bits for free again. I want to say yes, right? That makes sense that you would just be able to get them back very easily. How many items is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 items. What I would like it to be, kinda, a little bit, is that you'd come up here and you'd get a random transfer sword. Like most of the time you would just get iron. Like, maybe the sword should just be. This is tricky. Because this is the first official game to work with loot tables I'm trying to invent. And mainly, the way that I want to work loot tables is with swords and snow. Now, if I show you, this is actually similar to what I've done inside of Bosco's, the office survival game. Right, that'll go too, right, because that's a sword. But then the snow, but then the snow will only go 1. Right, so you'll notice that that'll go 2, that'll go 1. Right, so that's how I would work the probability for the Hunger Games, but for this, obviously, we're not going to. So it gives you random swords. Okay, so here's the deal, right? I'm gonna go through everything in this game designing process. So we got the bows. Right, what we need to do now, actually, is fill the rest. Because we're playing with probability here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want at least 7. 8, maybe something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we basically want to have a really good chance of them basically not getting good equipment. We want this to be very low compared to this. We want this to be higher, basically. Okay, so probably needs some more of this. Probably needs 2 of these. Yeah, 2 of them just to feel good. The swords should be fine. You have a really unlikely chance of getting swords, I think. If you want to pause and count the odds. So basically then, these will be put into a scrambler, right, which I'll build later, because I need to build the actual house now. As you can see, there isn't a house. So yeah, I'm gonna have these. You know what? Yeah, I'll have it in a general shop. Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft with me, Mr. Fox. Now we're back in the Glizzering Maze. I know, what an amazing game. If you don't know what the Glizzering Maze is, it's basically going to be a tier-up survival game. Where basically, you start here in this little cabin. I know, what a cabin. Alright, and you basically need to fill up your deck with really, really cool items, you know, from like categories. The only way you do that is you go out through these doors, imagine there's doors, and you go down the stairs, there's a forest, then there's a river, castle, and so on and so forth, with dangerous beasts, and somewhere out there is, I don't know, this. You need to find this, come back home, enter it into something, then out of that you will get your special items and maybe some tokens, which will probably be the dandelions. And then with the tokens, you can put into that. Or you can also take the mob loot, because you will be finding mobs in this, and turn them into tokens. Any loot you get from them will be turned into 1 token. So that essentially means that you can just kind of chill out there and kill all the mobs. But that is true. But you probably won't, because they're very deadly, and if you die out there, your inventory will kind of just explode. And getting that back, my friend, would be very difficult. Given the fact that they'd be around spawners, and then they would just spawn in near your stuff. So, yeah, be careful of that one. Oh yeah, I'll have to use lodestones again. I forgot completely that these existed. Basically, these are actually going to be your way of finding the heck? Before you do something that will probably get us killed. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Oh, I know I went silent. I'm sorry. I was kind of hoping that you went silent too. They're not supposed to do that. They all like that? Oh, good. What was that? Creative. Oh, thank goodness for my quick thinking. I don't know where I'd be today if I didn't quick think. Okay, so what we're doing today is the most annoying part, or the most fun part. Depends who you ask. So, I didn't know before what to do with this middle section right here. Or right over there, you can see right there. You still can't see it. Okay, it's right here. Okay, I didn't know what to do with it. So, I know what to do with it now. If you've ever wanted to see a brain of a machine or a game, this is what it looks like. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm glad I'm going into architecture, not game design. Because if this looks how complicated it looks, that's enough. That's enough for me. So, it doesn't look like a cabin or anything right now. Again, it's gonna look more like a cabin or a house outside, but inside it's gonna have the TARDIS effect. If you don't know what that means, basically it's gonna be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft with me, Mr. Fox. This is Shelby County of Atrix Empires. Now, something's changed, something's come across my mind, and it had to happen for pretty good reasons. So this is the arcade. You've seen it a few times, but currently right now it has a good few mini games, right? So you got Spleef, Chunk Warriors, Zombies, Member Games, Bridges, Build Battle, Dig It, Bed Wars, Fortry, and Office Survival. Now you'll notice something happened right back there, didn't you? You noticed it. Or maybe you didn't. But there's one guy, I'm very sure, noticed it. His name is Glitch Gamer. Hi, Glitch. Glitch, the Glizzering Maze. What the idea of that was to be, was you start in this, like, big-ass cabin. You would get some, like, starter gear, and then you'd go out and you'd basically fight creatures. Well, enemies. Take their loot, then you can upgrade your loot to kill them better. Right? And you're supposed to, like, build onto your deck. And I kind of removed the... Actually, no, I didn't. I just added letters. So, if I show you... I don't even know if I should be doing this. It was basically... Yeah, you'd start out, you get this gear, and then out there would be a castle, a forest, and all that. And you'd kill them, you'd look for the diamond block, because when you find the diamond block, you'd come back here, enter it into some sort of machine, and you'd get 3 of one of these. I don't technically want this, but to be honest with you guys, weakness is death. I've been trapped here for 1,000 years. Oh my god. I'm actually fine. Hello. It's me, Mr. Fox, just in case you couldn't tell. You know, who was screaming at the top of their mic. So, we're back in the Glizzering Maze. I've successfully been doing this video for over a month, I think, at this stage, because the Glizzering Maze, you know, I started it, then I cancelled it, then I brought it back, and there was like a huge distance between it all. So, let me go back to this castle. Now, castles, what are they? They're forts for defense, or whatchamacallits, right? Defense or offense. But can you try to tell me what the purpose of this castle is? Yeah, it's both. So yeah, it looks nice. Looks like a really nice, house. I say the one thing that would solve most of our problems, I would say if we put a wall around, maybe the front, because the other sides, they don't look very climbable. I know they will be. I'm trying to look. Yeah, they are. Because, you can do the parkour trick, so you'll be able to get up here. So the question is, if we just kind of consider this to be, maybe it's not a castle. Maybe it's a church. Have we ever considered that it could be a church? A church of defense? I don't know. I mean, it's not that much of a problem that it has, like, a lot of windows. You know? Except the fact that it's easy to break into. So, I would technically want to remove some of the windows. But as you can see, flying around here, the whole thing is basically made out of windows except the back. So if I do that, then it's just going to end up being very boring. So I think what I don't want to do, but might have to do, is surround it in wall. Man, did I get carried away. And not with the castle, but I was listening to music, and it had this effect where I just kept going. So it was difficult for me to stop after I got the walls done. Anyway, let's see what I've got going on here. So obviously the walls completely surround this castle now. You'll notice there is no interior yet, but I will be doing one. I'll just make that my later thing. Oh, my headset's charging. It's gonna make an awful sound, hopefully not too awful. So now what I want to do is I want to have a dense dark oak forest up until, I don't know, I would say the end. When's the end? The end is there, but obviously that's too long. It's way too long. So I'd say here, I don't have an outpost. I'll probably just scrap this. What I want to do is I want to do a really cool thing where you come to here, right? And then you kind of look down to a big circled cliff. Does that make sense? So maybe like I'll carve out a circle here. I'll go down to the bottom of the ground, all the way down there to that land, and then I'll make cliff edges around, so it's like a nice, cool circle. Probably make a lake back here, nice gigantic one, and then a waterfall down there. But then behind that waterfall will be a cave. I think that'll be really cool. Actually, I need to leave this here. As for the castle, the shell is done. I just need to plant some more dark oak trees. Probably make it a little bit more dense than this. And probably that one's gonna be dead now soon. Hello! It's me! Again, Mr. Fox. I don't know why I always start a new clip with "Hello, it's me, Mr. Fox." But just in case, somehow, somebody else starts a video with my channel. I don't know where this is going. So, I've got a really nice big hole right here, and it's looking really, really good. I got the dark oak forest coming around here, which is, I'm imagining to be dense, right? Yeah, it's quite dense. It's quite long, too. Even though this area right here needs about 6 more trees. And this one. And this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Identify. My name is Mr. Fox. Identification confirmed. Access granted. Hello everyone, welcome back. So, I've got a nice cave here going on with the cave bits. As you can see, some parts still look like crap, like this. It's gotta be, caved in a little bit. Ironic. So I went this way a little bit. Let's actually get a look at what this looks like. Whoa. So, that's one area. I actually have a bunch more that I can do. So I think I'm going to do that. And then there will be a couple of areas where you can find the Glizzering block. And hopefully then I'll put in the spawners, and hopefully then it will be tricky enough that you don't get bored. So, before I cut and just do everything, because that's what I'm going to do, because that's what I like to do, I think the castle is actually the only thing that needs an interior. Everything else will be about, like, a bookshelf. So I'm going to go this way, make another valley, right, another bunch of worms. I'm going to stone it up. I'm going to make this look natural, add some moss, because everyone loves moss. So, yeah. I'm going to see what I can do with this. Should be good. Oh my god. It's you. And it's me. I keep doing introductions, and I'm fine with it. Actually, can I have... Oh, no, that's nice. And then if we get the entrance surrounded with leaves, that'd be nice. And even if people do see it, I don't care. See them, I should say. So, this is the decision that they're faced with. I don't really want to go in with Diamond Sword. Mainly because it has a command tied to it, and at some point I'm imagining that I will press the right button on the mouse. So, let's see what we got here. I think it's one of those scenarios where you'll kind of have to bring your own torch, but the one will be supplied to you. So you can imagine this would be kind of eerie, and I think this is probably the most mazy kind of part of the maze. This is like, how do I get up there? Probably simple, like I'm imagining it's around here and to the left. But then again, I know I just built this thing, and I don't know. Yeah, it is around here and to the left. So I mean, it's pretty simple, I think. Oh gosh, is it around here and to the left? Ooh. Should be. And remember, if you take any damage out and about, you have to go back to the cabin in order to heal. Unless, of course, you have purchased a healing potion. Price is to be decided. So yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's pretty simple to get to here. But then again, I think it's fine. I'm not asking it for the be the most challenging maze, or even to be a maze. It's just a bunch of caves. Probably old style of Minecraft caves. I was gonna add dripstone, but I don't think I will anymore. But you can imagine that at some points there would be mob spawners, especially around the area where you need to get a block. So that's really, really cool. And then really simple to get out, which is good, which is what I like. Wow, it was dark down there. So, I think I'm gonna end this episode because it feels like it's been going on for about a year or so. So yeah, I think I'll put the outpost right here in the middle. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe actually over here. It could be a pillager outpost or a mining outpost. Whichever one you really want to see, even though I did not put any ores down there, so it probably will just be a pillager outpost of my own design, which will be inspired by the Minecraft pillager outpost. So that's really cool. Then on top of the cave you'll have a large spruce forest, and then we'll end with a village, and that will be it. Of course the village will not have villagers now. It'll have zombies. So I'm gonna end the video, I think. Hopefully, possibly. I don't know. Could just continue. I'm at least gonna go edit it. So if this is the end, which it probably is, I'm gonna do this for you. So, oh, by the way, yeah, we will be putting a lake in the middle and then a pillager outpost. I think that would be really, really cool. We'll have to have it in a way so that when you're coming down here, you have to avoid the pillager outpost. So it'll probably go there and then the lake will be more that way. And then maybe there could be some aquatic stuff underneath there. And maybe have to go swimming for one of the blocks. Who knows? So yeah guys, really cool. I really like it. Let's see actually. Before we end. Let's go into survival just so it can be more authentic here. I'll do this for you. Sword can't hurt me now. Ooh. No. It's like take one wrong turn and there could be, ooh. Well, that's dark. Take one wrong turn and it's death. Can actually see a lot easier now with the shaders, which is good. So you never know, one of the blocks could be over there with a spawner, or maybe it'll just be a spawner. You never really know until you get the block in that area. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. Don't forget to feel free to subscribe. Bye bye.